Hey guys, it's Amber here. Thank you so much for joining me today on my channel, Plan Aloud. And today we are going to create one of my favorite pages for my planner, and that is my currently page. So this is the lightweight paper cardstock that I use. It's always linked in the description. Let me show you what we're working with today. I wanted to use florals because of course it's spring, all the florals are blooming, and I had originally chosen in different florals and I couldn't find any letters to match. So I chose these letters first and then I chose flowers, and I went into Happy Blooms, and we are going to use, maybe they're further back. They're further back than this. Is these wildflowers. I love these florals. I was actually going to use, let me show you. So these were the flowers and botanicals because I love these as well. I was originally going to use these. So I feel this is like pretty like safe in this, like, you know, in the same realm, but these ones are a lot brighter, so that's why I chose them. I couldn't find any letters to like match, and I do not letter, so I need some some letters. So I pulled out this Mojo, like my Mojo Jojo plans, and I do have a ton of like single sheets that I bought from her, and then I also have black, and you know, black just always goes, so I might do a little bit of black. I also pulled out my Mojo Jojo neutral boxes because some of the stems, or like, it feels like the light gray would look really pretty. Maybe not. Anywho, let's get started and put some florals down. I'm pretty much obsessed with these purple ones, so, and I like know this is gonna look a little bit weird and wonky because this sheet isn't white, but the sticker backing is, so just gonna have to like go with the flow. And just so you know, I am in the process of making some soup, and it's bubbling pretty loudly, so you might be able to hear it boiling, because I can definitely hear it boiling pretty loudly just right now. And I mean, it smells real delicious, guys. We are having ramen for dinner. Basically, like, since I got home from my trip, I haven't cooked too much. It's all been like very simple meals, you know? So I decided to like go full force and, you know, make some ramen. Like, it's definitely one of the household's like favorite meals. Oh my gosh, if you don't have that crocodile, like, ugh, it's fabulous. I don't know where I want to put my lettering. I might just put it at the top. I could put it down this way. I've been putting it down this way, but I just want to kind of change it up, you know, my lettering. Maybe I could put it down here, April currently, like in between those florals, you know. That might work. That just might work. I honestly don't know what I'm doing here, to be perfectly honest. I just want, you know, some florals down. I feel like I haven't been working with my florals as much, so that's why I wanted to do that today. I hope you guys are all doing super well. I gotta say, I am doing good. I'll get into it while I'm like going over all my currentlies about like how I've been feeling. I've been feeling good, guys. I feel really good. And I think that is really good. I've been doing something that has really been like making me honestly feel a million times better. And if anybody can find, you know, their thing that makes them feel better without harming other people or themselves, I think it's really important. And I definitely have. Loving it. There's like skateboarding in the background. Like, kind of want my flowers and things to just like feel like they're growing onto my boxes. Like that's the look like I'm trying to go for. Let me actually go. Is it this page? Yeah, it's this page. See, all my florals are here and like my foliage is here, so let me grab this flower. I just want to make sure that I'm like doing both sides, you know? I am finally feeling out of vacation mode, and I've been like really pounding the pavement and working, even though, you know, nobody wants to work. Gotta do it, you know. Otherwise you'd be on the streets. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. Don't ask me why. I just love this already. I just love wild flowers. So I was telling my husband when we got back from our, like, me and my best friend got back from our trip, he was like, well, did you get to do everything that you wanted to do? And I was like, actually, I didn't. I was like, the thing that I wanted to do the most, I didn't get to do, actually. And he was like, well, what was that? And I was like, I really want to go to the botanical garden. And he was like, well, let's go to the botanical garden out here. So it was like looking up some different ones, and we found, or he found one that is pretty, it's pretty decent, guys. Like, if for a family of it could be 2 adults and 2 children, and it's $90 for the year. And I'm like, oh, that's nice, you know? So I think we may do that. And then, I mean, honestly, and like, if you go, like, I believe the adults were 15 and then children were 5. So just for us to go once is $35. So if we go 3 times, we've already, you know, made up for, you know, that money. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Because I really want to go to the botanical garden. Just like go take a lunch, like, and just chill. I think that's gonna be fabulous. So here are my letters. I am going to do like the ruler thing, and it's basically when you take your letter and you line it up, and then you put it down on your page, and hopefully all your letters will be lined up. I do this usually when I'm off camera. Sorry if you guys can't see it. I got to be kind of close to the ruler. Definitely need a new prescription of glasses soon. I'll do currently, and hopefully it will come out decent, and then I'll do April by itself, you know. I honestly don't think these will be perfect. I never line them up perfect. I'm just not the person that's good at measurements. It is what it is, you know? I'm not heartbroken about it. I just let my husband do the measurements. So you press it down, and then you'll take the ruler from underneath, and you gotta be kind of, you know, gentle. So hopefully they're all kind of lined up, and you can see they're not. So there you go. So I'm gonna do April, and then I'll be back. So that is how it looks so far. I think it looks super cute. I like that it's not super perfect. So now I'm going to pick out my boxes, and let me actually take all the colored boxes out. I have like a whole stack. Like this black boxes is almost empty. I got quite a bit still, but I feel like I'll be done soon. So let me pull that out. I'm gonna pull this out for watching, and then I need a big box for listening. Let's go to the black section in here. Oh, uh-oh. Do they only have the lined box? I really don't want a lined box. Like, I bought these when JoJo initially put out these boxes, and these lines are like really thick, and I don't like how thick they are. She's really updated it, and it looks, they're really thin now, and they look amazing. I just wish I had those boxes. I actually have quite a bit that are going to be on these small boxes. Yeah. I don't want to put too many on there because it's just going to look weird, so. Let's see. I just don't know if it's going to look weird with, oh, is that the last one? Gotta keep looking, guys. All right. Made myself nervous. All right, so since currently is down here, it's like nice and big, like I want this to be like in the middle of the page. So let's put that there. And I also want this to like, I want it to be in the florals, you know? Not too much. I don't want it to cover up too much of my florals. Or do I want it to be up here? I actually like it down here. So do that. It's a little crooked. Just very slightly. Do you guys do currently pages? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, I know that a lot of the planners don't even come with a currently page in it. And I honestly, like, I started using Happy Planner maybe 3 maybe 3-4 years ago. It has to be before that even. It was when I was working, like, was I working that regular job? I think I was working my regular job. Whoa. So if that's the case, that's more like 6 years ago. I don't have that many planners, but I remember my first couple of planners, I did not save. The ones that I have saved are hideous. Maybe I'll do a video about that, like going over like your old planners and your old decorating style. Like my old decorating style was hella over the top and not cute. So that's definitely, you know, changed. But it's always nice to go back and like reflect on your old ones. But yeah, I don't think I ever seen a currently, like I bought a planner that had like a currently page. I used to buy a lot of like the undated planners, and I feel like that's right where I'm at right now. Except for those new planners I just bought, actually. Does it look straight? Well, if it's not, then too bad. So I am going to go fill this in, and I will be back. I finished filling it all in, and we are just gonna go top down like I normally do. So here is planning, and in May I have my husband's birthday that I'm planning, which is May 8th, and then my son's birthday, which is May 14th. And this year his birthday lands on Mother's Day, so we're probably gonna do a birthday party for him on the 13th, and then celebrate Mother's Day, of course, with my husband's family on Sunday. So I'm already looking at that weekend like busy. And I'm 5 years old, minus the kale, but I love pizza, and I just know whenever I'm about to menstruate, that's usually when I want the most pizza. So, like, my kid doesn't even eat as much pizza as me. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. And I make this like garlicky sauce. Maybe I'll do that as one of my like meal plans, like the garlicky sauce that I like marinate my kale in. It's so good. My son gobbles up the kale, like he loves it. And then drinking, I've actually been mixing a drink, and it's just cranberry juice and sparkling water. I'm really trying to keep up with not getting another UTI, so drinking cranberry juice and cranberry peels, very much so. And right now I've been feeling incredibly nostalgic. I know it says very, but I mean, it's actually to the like 10th degree, and you'll see in like these other areas why I'm feeling so nostalgic. Like, I've been watching shows that I used to watch with my mom. I've been listening to music that made me feel really good or made me get out my aggression or my anger. I've also been listening to like even like my old like oldies like that remind me of my or not my great grandma, but my grandma. Yeah, I've just been doing a lot of things that have been like putting me like in a really good like mind space, and that's whether it's music or shows or activities. Like, those are the things that I've been doing to really help me feel good and help me stay out of a depressive state. I notice that when I do those things, I'm less likely to fall into those depressive moods. So that's really important for me. So listening, always my biggest category. It will never not be my biggest category. So the first three are just kind of instrumental musics. Like, the guy's name is Darius, and the song is called Mountains. Hold on, I didn't put in parentheses. And it's just like an upbeat, chill kind of music, and you could like clean to it and just like sit and read to it and stuff like that. To me, it's like very like adult music. Like if you were at a bar and they were playing like just like really classy music. That's what it reminds me of. And then Laser Hawk, the song is called Cool Breeze, and it's just like it's almost in the same genre as, well, these all come on the same station. And it's just like really, it's just hella chill and like laid back. And Brother Tiger, Westerlies, like me and my husband actually really like this song. And what I wrote, like when I wrote this song down, it's laid back, and still like grown and sexy music that you can like dance to or just kind of chill to. It just reminds me of a place that would be kind of dimly lit, and people would be sitting with their friends, and everybody would be eating their tapas, and you know, they might have like some wine or champagne, like a very like grown and sexy environment. No babies. And then my other music is what I call my let it all out aggression music. I've been listening to this more than anything else. I was actually listening to all this music earlier. And people probably thought I was crazy because I was like screaming in my car, probably at the top of my lungs. But if you do scream and sing your music, it feels really good. And you don't think that you have like this anger or tension built up in your body, but once you let it out, you feel better. Like I've been doing this basically since I had to put a pause on a relationship in my life. And it makes me very sad that I have to put this relationship on pause, and this really makes me feel better about doing so. So Limp Bizkit, just about anything. Just, this reminds me of high school all the way, period, point blank. And this is what I would listen to when my terrible boyfriend would be cheating on me. He like basically went between me and this other girl constantly, and we were both stupid for like being those girls that he always had a girlfriend, because he either could go to her or he could go to me. It was gross. You know, as an adult you realize it, but at the time you're just like, my boo. Ugh, so gross. Anyways, Linkin Park, One Step Closer, and Bleed It Out. Those are the two songs that I've been listening to the most. There's another song I actually did a dance performance off of it. I can't remember the name of it, but the guy is just basically screaming, and it makes me feel real good. And then the other song that I've been listening, or the other artist that I've been listening to, is Metallica, and they have so much great music, but one of my favorite songs by them is Turn the Page. It's just so emotional, and just like, it is so good. Like, Metallica is so good. If you don't listen to it, I know it's hardcore rock, but it's just so good. And they've been around, oh my god, they've been around for so many years. Hands down, my favorite song is Turn the Page. And Marilyn Manson, Beautiful People. I mean, I can scream at that song. It's so good. I know he's problematic right now. But yes, these are my screaming musics. It makes me feel good. I've actually been loving the warm spring days. And the first spring day that I thoroughly enjoyed was when I was with my best friend in Palm Springs. We were eating breakfast on our first like official full day there, and we sat in the sun and we barely talked to each other, but it was just so comfortable and it was just so nice, and we just really thoroughly enjoyed that breakfast. And it ended up making us go back and almost trying to repeat that on our very last day. Granted, we got a little hot the second time around, but that's what I've been loving. Like driving around with the windows down with the fresh, cool air, but the warmth of the sun, it's been nice. And watching, so all of these are things that I've already watched, and I'm just like rewatching them, except for the last one. So Hoarders It's on Netflix, and I used to watch it all the time with my mom, and it's just really interesting living with somebody who is a potential hoarder and then watching the show, because I could see how my house could look if I allowed my husband to go there. But I ride his butt, guys. Like, there's no way that my house could look like that. Like, we would not be together. Let me just put it that way. And RuPaul's Drag Race, it's on Hulu. I'm like rewatching all the seasons. Me and my mom used to watch it all the time. I love that show, and I don't care what anybody thinks. I know that's a hot topic, hot button issue right now. If you don't like it, that's your business. Just be respectful of other people's opinions. Period. Point blank. I have nothing else to say. They're anime, and I've been watching Sailor Moon, which I used to watch all the time. It's so good. And then I found a new anime series that I've been watching, and it's called Nana, and it's these two girls, and they are basically completely opposite. One is like a dark-haired, like, rocker chick, and the other girl's like kind of prissy. And I've gotten through about 4 or 5 episodes. It's really cute. I really like it. So let's go back in and put in some more flowers, because why not? I've been eyeing this flower to go right here. It's so cute. And we want to also, of course, throw in some leaves. I actually feel like this would have looked like really good right there. I really want to put this one in, but it would have to go on the same side as this one, and I don't want that. Let me see. Okay, that's a different page. Let's see. Let's pull this one off. Let's just put it up here, because why not? And let's grab this one too. Like, bring in that orange that I've pulled in down here. I really like it. I hope you guys like this one too. I'm loving it. Let's just put this one down here. And right there too. All right, I think that is it. I don't think I have very many left. I could create a little spread with what's left. Okay. So guys, let's see what everything that I used. I don't know where I got that box from. I think I got it out of here. It had to be. Okay, so I must have got my last big box out of Mojo Jojo Plan's neutral boxes. I don't know if this is still available. If it's still available, I'll link it. Happy Blooms. Whenever I look for Happy Blooms, this one, other ones come up. This one never comes up. I don't know why. If I can magically find it, I will definitely link that. I believe this is already in my description box of the Crocodile. And I think, hold on. And I also used unique alpha fonts for the April Currently. I absolutely, positively love this page. It came out perfect. It actually came out better than I expected. Don't you love when that happens? This is probably one of my favorite Currently pages. If you guys like this, you should definitely give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, click the notifications so you'll be notified when I post content. Thank you so much for joining me today, and remember to have a beautiful one and to try something new. Bye.